It also sent a message to anyone else watching this fight.
Well, we already know who's going to give the chief the most headaches.
All right, I'm recording again. Please continue.
Welcome back. I shall say, we'll know that while Nor may be able to avoid repercussion, it is basically going to be paperwork for the chief. So he'll probably still get yelled at.
Don't worry, old man. If that happens again, we'll try to put our friend here on a leash. Emphasis on try, because I'm not sure if I'll be able to pull that off alone. And while Casca is turning his back, he's quietly gonna high five Noir.
Oh my god.
It's like, nice.
Selena shall ask confused, what exactly did the robot man do to the goblin?
Removed his ability to commit crimes.
Yeah, basically.
Permanently.
I think we should just let him go. I think what he's gotten is punishment enough. If not, we could probably take him to get him some treatment. Dear Lord.
I'm calling it now. If we treat this goblin, it's probably gonna come out of our pay.
It probably is. But it is kind of cruel to leave him in a state like this.
Oh dear, the chief will not be happy with that.
To be fair, they did attack us.
I was not specified that I am not allowed to use that.
Well, it would be wise to avoid the chief being upset with you. Also, is that one there frozen?
It'll wear off. I snap my fingers and the ice disappears.
As once it does, and the goblin collapses to his knees, he lets go of his weapons and puts his arms up and says, "I surrender. Just don't break my back."
No. God. Oh God, he saw it too. Jesus Christ. I go to Zara and be like, all right, give me some rope.
That was my only rope.
Oh, darn it. Unfortunately, I don't have manacles. Unfortunately, not. All right. I just handed. I asked for them so I can give it to the goblin and just put the manacles on him.
I mean, if you'd like to see some rudimentary surgery, I could roll a heal check to see if I can pop his spine adjacent to the right place it's supposed to be.
No.
On one hand, that's a good idea, but on the other, there's a chance you're gonna make it worse.
Listen, at least I took away his ability to do crime.
Yeah, and by taking his ability to do crime, we prevented further damage to public property.
One criminal off the streets, I guess.
And in a wheelchair. Oh, wait. I don't think he can afford that.
Well,
I don't think he can either.
we should probably get back to the precinct with these 6 here.
Alrighty.
I assume you all will be able to carry them, yes? And won't ask such a elderly lady such as myself to carry one of these things. Or I guess a couple of them can walk.
Mm-hmm.
In any case, it is getting late, and the fog is rolling in.
What Sorad is gonna do is he's gonna start dragging the rope, the one of the one that's wrapped in the rope. Like there's gonna be a little bit of rope left for him to grab on, and he's just gonna drag him.
And Noir's gonna go pick up the. Oh wait, one moment.
He's gonna go pick up the goblin that he broke the back of. And he's gonna go over, start gathering all the unconscious goblins, and oh boy, don't be surprised if you start hearing screaming when they wake up.
I suppose I grabbed the one that I froze, and I was like, "All right, you're coming with me."
Hurry, hurry now. The fog is almost here. As you can start to see a fog start to roll in along the ground towards you guys. Selena promptly starts walking away from it and continuing on out towards the gate. As a knowledge local or knowledge arcana check will identify why she's exactly afraid of the fog.
Oh yes.
Also, everyone earns 162 experience.
Killer.
Nice. So that'd be
102?
162.
Oh, 162.
162. All right.
I'll
So yeah.
put it
What?
in
Oh,
OC.
what kind of experience are we doing? Are we doing fast progression, medium, or long?
We shall do medium.
Medium. All right. Let me find out when because I think if it's medium, then I believe that should be around 5,000 to be at level 3, and to get to level 4 is 9,000 experience. So.
Oh, my bad. The move isn't called the bridge.
Oh.
It's called the tower bridge.
Ah.
And I'm going to post an image in out of character. But this is basically what it looks like he was doing to the poor thing. Oh, wait, wrong chat. And if you want to show the lovely audience what he did. All right.
Oh dear.
Now, what he was doing was pressing the neck and the legs down.
God. I think it just would have been even. I think it'd just be like, little more merciful if you just would have done. I think even like freaking Bane's backbuster would have been like a bit more merciful than what you just performed.
Oh, it definitely would have been.
Sweet Jesus.
Keep in mind, most of the fights in Kaneko Man end in death.
I mean, oof. Yeah, you're right.
All right. So, for the 2 checks, for Wyatt, having been in the slums and everything, you know of the rumors, and, well, really not quite so rumors, that basically those who get swallowed up by the fog never tend to be seen again. And has been a staple as to why people don't tend to wander the streets at night unless they basically have a death wish. Where this fog only comes out at night and is, well, supernatural in nature.
Plot twist: it takes him to Ravenloft.
Oh yeah, I'll roll my knowledge check as well.
But sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's fine.
All right, and what of knowledge? I got a 28 on knowledge arcana. So what do I find out about it? If I can identify anything about it.
Let's see. First, I shall say for Nor, you know that the fog is bad.
Fog bad. Run.
For Parkin, you can in fact actually recognize this fog as it is indeed a magical effect. It falls within magical weather. and basically cannot be dispersed or turned away for normal means. And it may or may not contain monsters that would certainly end in 90% of people's death.
Yeah. We should get moving now.
Yep. Nor is not even going to say a word before he starts moving.
Yeah, agreed. Let's move. You know, we can always leave one of these goblins behind.
No.
He considers.
Nah.
He stops for a moment, like he's considering dropping the one he broke the back of.
It's like, I think it's best that we leave him alive. No. I agree with Kesk. No. Let's not.
Fine. More weight to carry.
For another good explanation of it, has anyone seen the 2007 movie, The Mist?
No.
I have
No?
seen it. I have seen it, and that ending is so depressing.
It is. But
Oh,
basically,
God.
imagine that.
Oh, damn.
I haven't seen it, but just the title gives me a hint of what the premise is about.
Yeah, it is a rather misleading thing. But for those who have not seen it, the premise is a mist rolls into town, and it's a group of people trying to survive in a market. And all they've basically encountered is anyone that goes into the mist basically dies. That they later find out to basically be monsters.
Mm-hmm.
And the ending is, as Nazir puts it, depressing. I will not spoil it.
Yeah.
Even though it is still a movie from 13 years ago. But I mean, still, gotta be nice.
Yeah, so if you're curious, just go ahead and watch it.
Yeah. If anyone doesn't care for spoilers, DM me and I will tell you what it is later.
But continuing on, the mist, or the fog in this case, it also seems to be limited to the slums. It does not seem to venture outside of that area. Although it is still a rather large area, as you can tell from the map.
All right.
But the party shall make its way back along the main street. And back to the precinct the captain is currently at. Although you won't be dealing with dear captain, you shall be dealing with the precinct's leader. I could not find a proper image as I was setting it up earlier, and due to internet issues, I couldn't find it. So, but to describe him, he is basically a bulky orc of a man who's missing an eye. And he's not wearing an eye patch, he's just full on empty socket.
Ooh.
As Selena will say, well, that'll be it for me. I'll promptly probably see you in another time. For now, though, I shall proceed to take a nap. It is rather late. Selena leaves the group.
All right.
The orc of the captain shall look through you all and says, you're the new recruits. I'm judging Selena deemed you passed.
Indeed.
And you have 6 goblins here.
Yep.
5.5.
I'm not even gonna question.
It would have been just 5, but someone insisted we bring the other one.
Listen, we're in the business we're here to help them rehabilitate when they've done something wrong. I don't think leaving them to the fate of the monstrous mist in the slums would probably be a good punishment for just trying to rob us. I'm just saying.
Oh, you make a fair point. I'm just gonna.
All right.
Mm. So you want me to watch over them? They're from the slums. Uh, I guess I'll hold them up for the night and toss them back to the streets in the morning.
Yep.
Oh, did you strip the gear from them, or did you leave them on them?
No, I believe we just left their gear on them. So
We're gonna take the gear and turn it in.
all right.
Mhm. One of their backs are broken. It's not like anyone here would probably fix them up without some proper coin ponied up. Just from the slums, after all. They're hardly considered people. As he just starts to laugh.
Character looks slightly offended.
Surprisingly, Noir turns away at that. He's offended by that too.
Sarad is simply gonna see on his breath. I told you so.
Look, you want to have a bleeding heart for the ones in there? You might guess. But you'll find a lot of people here don't care about those that live in the slum. Or those who have lived there, and of course, as I've stated, do know the law could care less about what's happening in there. I'll watch them for the night, and the gear will make some fine additions to our collection. But for now, though, as he goes and plops down a sack of coins, here's the reward for turning them in, and for the gear and everything. Should be enough for 10 gold for each of you, but you lot can fight over it as you want. Report to this precinct tomorrow morning by sunrise. You're late. I don't intend to repeat anything to my officers. Oh, and as he pulls out a series of badges and lays them out. Badges for all of you. You're official investigators now. Your real work will start tomorrow. Try not to get yourselves killed out there. Welcome to the Southern District Investigators. You may be
Don't
sent
worry.
off to the other districts.
Don't worry. I don't plan to die.
Permanent
Fortunately,
shutdown.
my
It's not
fortune says that
preferred.
it won't be my time for a
Date.
while.
Spunky little ones. I can see why Selena liked you. In any case, my only advice for this district, as well as the North Merchant District, if you ever go there, is stay away from the Skydock lifts. It leads to a place you generally don't want to mess with. And anyone coming out of there, you also don't want to mess with. They're too important, too higher up, and too easy to basically shoot you in the street and walk away from it.
Sarad does not, but in his mind, he's more like no promises are made.
Oh,
Out of character, if that's where like the gang that's kind of taken over the slums, if that's where their base is, like Harkin's probably gonna go there at some point.
nope. They're the red squares on the map. There's only two of them.
All right.
They're basically the lifts that gets up to where the king's palace is, over on the Dragon Crest. But, well, In any case, it's late. I'm sure you're tired. Hopefully you got a place to lay. If not, well, the barracks are through the door over there. Find an empty bunk. If there isn't one, sleep on the floor.
Thankfully, I have a bedroom. No, unfortunately, I can't really go home, seeing as the fog just rolled in. So I guess I'll have to go into the barracks room then, if you'll excuse me.
Actually, I have a question.
Yes.
Out of character question, but because this was something I kept forgetting to ask, how much would a home cost?
Yes, I believe they have the rolls somewhere in there. Somewhere around. But let's see here. See, I believe it's in downtown Kansas. But I'll be able to get back with you on that once I find the answer.
All
For
right.
now, though, I think we shall call this the session.
Yes.
And I'd like to hope everyone enjoyed themselves. If there's any questions, comments, concerns, or anything in particular to say, I don't mind.
All right.
I think we're good for now.
Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, not at all, Blue. Really, I found it a little hilarious about the whole telling the stories of grandkids.
Yeah.
All I can picture is just Cass sitting by the bonfire with a bunch of tiny little lizards, just listening to his stories.
Yep. I actually, before the session ends, can I perform a profession hero card reader check to see if I can glimpse into any futures that this might hold?
What would this be in particularly?
Say that again.
What exactly are you looking into for the future?
Let's see. In terms of anything, yeah, I want to see if what would be what would be the next specific thing that we'd be assigned to do, and what would be happening when we set out for it. I think that's kind of it's I know it's a little vague, but I think that's kind of like the best way I can word it.
All right, feel free to make the check.
All right, let's see what happens. All right. Do I get anything?
Let's see. Okay. It looks like trying to make this in thematic of fortune telling.
Of course.
The cards predict that you'll be assigned something easy. You'll be assigned something easy in the morning, but will still hold some difficulty along the path. But you do not see death you do not see death in the future.
Good. That is very good. All right. It might be easy at first, but it only gets difficult from here. Like as he goes to bed, he kind of smiles. It's like, yeah, I needed a challenge. And he goes to bed. whether it be in either a empty bunk, and if there's not an empty bunk, he just lays out his bedroll and just knocks out.
Zarad will do pretty much the same. If he doesn't see an empty bunk, he'll just get his bedroll out. And actually, even if he sees an empty bunk, I think he's just gonna pick the floor because he's used to it. He's not used to any form of luxury.
I'm gonna, before I decide what I do, I'm just gonna wait until I get a confirmed price on a house. On an unrelated note, dear God, I'm tempted to order this.
What is it?
What do you mean? The house is for real depression hours that no one knows about.
Well, I did find something, but I think this is from the Kingmaker rules. But because it's giving me a whole a list of a whole bunch of buildings, and I've seen these in the Kingmaker game I used to be part of. But apparently it takes about 1,290 gold, I guess.
I was looking at that too, but I think those are the rules for building something, not just
Yeah.
like having a house. I
Yeah,
found
yeah.
one for 2nd edition, which I think will work. But the main thing is like, are you looking for a subsistence or poor, comfortable, fine, or extravagant living?
What are the prices for each?
Let's see. It starts with just a week, which is 4 silver for poor, 1 gold for comfortable, 30 gold for fine, and 100 gold for extravagant
Per week?
per week. And then they have month and year prices.
For... And what were the ones again? Sorry?
Poor,
Actually,
comfortable.
could I just get a link?
Yeah.
And you said we got 10 gold each, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna update that before I forget.
Here, I'll post it in the Dark Alley Crimes OOC so everyone can check it out. But I'll just use these. Might be 2nd edition Pathfinder, but I mean, it'll work.
Right.
Although I will say, anything in the slums is just guaranteed poor.
Well, of course.
Yeah, no, I think I might go with the 130 gold for the month. Each month.
Oh, and it's the cost of living, so I believe it also takes into account any cost for food.
Okay. So I should have food at the house then.
Yes. If you eat.
I actually have to check if my race even eats.
It could be a plant and just photosynthesize.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
gotta get good first.
Okay, from what I'm looking
So
here,
I
we're
guess
sorry.
Noir is gonna return to his lair. where he keeps his collection of broken spine.
Oh God! What are you, Predator?
Yeah.
No, he just collects the little bone that pops out.
Oh.
It's like a coin-operated machine.
But no, No.
The Pez dispenser?
Y'all are gonna be really. Oh God!
Okay, so I was
Don't
looking
be-
at the character progression chart, and we're gonna start at 5,000 if we're doing medium, and to proceed to the next level, we're gonna move on. We're gonna need to reach 9,000.
Yep.
Wait, are we using medium progression?
Yep.
Yes.
That's what he said.
Okay. Well, all I can say is this: don't give me ideas for new moves to try out on people. I will perform the Pez dispenser if you give me the ideas.
Oh God.
You can't perform crime if you can't tilt your head to get a good look.
All right, I think this is where I'm gonna stop the recording. But
Ugh.
yeah, this has been a fun session. But to our audience, see you all next time. Bye bye.
So far.